We're learning to Elul Nishmas Etta Ahuva Bava Metzia Perik Beis Mishna Yomi. Ad Masay Chayev Lahachris. When a person announces that he found a lost object, how long does he have to wait to see if someone found it? Ad Kedei Sheyedu Bo Ishchenav. The Tanna Kama says you have to leave enough time for the neighbors in the area where he found the Aveda find out about it, because maybe it belongs to them. Reb Yehuda says, Shalish regalim, you have to wait 3 regalim. V'achar regel ha'achra in shiva yamin, and after the last regel, an additional 7 days, kadei sheyelech beis shleisha, so that he has time after he hears that something was lost to go to his house and check. V'yachzer shleisha, and come back 3 days. V'yachris yayim echad, and an additional day to find the moitze. The Gemara says that Mishacharav Beis Hamikdash, then they were made a takana that you could just be machriz in the shuls and the batei midrashim, and that's enough. And then afterwards, in a later period of time, anyone who was being machzar aveda, they would give it over to the king. So then they said, don't do that. Just let the shchenim and those around know about it, and that's good enough. And the Gemara asks one other question on this Mishnah, that the Mishnah seems like it's 7 days that we gave him after the regel, because it's 3 days to get to the end of Eretz Yisrael. But the Gemara in Taina says that it takes 15 days. So the 3 terutzim, but the third teretz to the Gemara is that by Aveda, really it takes 15 days, but they didn't want to be matriach you more than 7 days. So all you have to be machriz was, after the 3 regalim, was additional 7 days. Mishna Zayin, Omer es Aveda v'lo Omer es Simonim, Simaneha lo yitin lo. If the person that lost it is only able to identify what the lost object is, but he doesn't say any simanim, you should not give it to him. But ramai, if the person that's claiming that it's his is a ramai, then even afal pisha omer simaneh, even though he says the simanim, still lo yitin lo, you shouldn't give it to him. Shenemar, the pasuk says that jerois achicha isai, until your brother is darishet, ad shetidrish es achicha im ramai hu. You have to be darish to see if he is a ramai or not. It may be a ramai, and if he's a ramai, then you don't give it to him. The next halacha of the Mishnah is something else. If the thing that you find is an animal, and the animal eats, and it also produces that you could get things out of it, like from eggs you get chickens, or it plows the field for you. So then yaseh v'yochel. So then you should do that and not sell the animal. Why? Because the owner, when he comes and he picks up his animal, he's used to this specific animal. His animal, he knows everything about the animal, and therefore he wants specifically this animal. But davar she'eino yisav, and the Gemara explains that even then you're only mechuyev to hold on to it for a certain amount of days. Like a par and a chamar is for 12 months. Hagalam and siyachim is 3 months. Avazim and tarnagolim is 30 days. To each one, kafi of what it's kedai to how it makes it that it's worth it to hold on to it. But davar she'eino yisav, if you're going to lose money by holding on to this animal, so then yimker, better sell it right away instead of losing half the money. Shenemar mashivoisaloi, the pasuk says you should return it to him. Sometimes the best way to do it is to sell the object that you found, the animal that you found, and take the money. And return that money. Until you return the money, are you allowed to use that money or not? So the Gemara brings the machlekes tanam. The Mishnah brings the machlekes tanam. That you are allowed to use them, and therefore you're like a shayel, and the shayel is chayiv b'achrayis, even in einsin. And Rabbi Akiva Omer lo yishtamish behem, you're not allowed to use them. Therefore, you are not like a shayel, and the fichachim avdu, if it gets lost, so then ein chayiv b'achrayusan, you're not chayiv in the achrayis. The Gemara said, the Taisa speaks out, and Rashi speaks out, that even Rabbi Akiva would be maskim that if you actually do use these damim, Rabbi Akiva holds you're not allowed to, but if you would go ahead and use it, so then you'd be a shaleach yad b'pikadan, and then l'kuli alma, you'd be chayiv b'achrayis. So when the Mishnah says, im yishtamish behem, and lo yishtamish behem, im yishtamish behem is lav dafka. So Tarfon says, even if you don't actually use them, just the fact that you could use them, that makes you into a shayel, and therefore if you're a shayel, you'll be chayiv in achrayis.